Well, hello, gentlemen. I'm having a beer right now, and I don't feel guilty at all. So why are so many femons on medication for some form of mental illness? All you have to do is check the stats. And they are on these medications for a very, very long time. Some of them all their life. And a lot of the reason they're on it for a very, very long time is because they refuse to accept they have a problem in the first place. Basically, they're in denial. And of course, it's all very well them saying they don't need no man because other femons aren't gonna help them. Femons don't generally help other femons, do they? And it's nothing to do with the patriarchy. It's a biological problem that they have. And generally they've always had it. But because they're so entitled and so supposedly empowered, and they all think they're princesses, and they're perfect human beings, how could anything go wrong with them? And many, many years ago, man felt sorry for femons, and protected them, and made excuses for them, which didn't help their problem either. Because the only way to start fixing a problem is to accept you have one in the first place. And that takes me back to a video I made the other day about femons and parking. A lot of femons have problems with parking their car, but they've always refused to accept they have a problem. And that's why it's been going on for, 40, 50 years maybe? Because it could be fixed if they accept they have one. They just take a course to learn how to park better. But they're in denial about that also. Maybe us men should go around and do an intervention with them all. But of course, the way they've treated man up to now, I don't think I'll bother. No, a lot of men have stopped helping the femons now. They've stopped making excuses for them. Femons need to realize that they're flawed human beings, just like man. It used to be years ago that only the husband and the long-term boyfriend saw these crazy outbursts and acting unstable and kinda crazy. But what with the internet and video cameras on the phones, everybody's seeing it. And the femons are still denying it because they're perfect. And they're blaming everybody else but themselves. They've always blamed the man for everything. But now the femons are empowered and they don't need no man. So whose fault is it now then? Any man that's had a long-term relationship with a femon or married to one knows that femons are very, very unstable. Most married men are walking their own house, and it's like walking on eggshells for them. Hey guys, that's no way to live. What femons don't understand is that the only reason they didn't go full ballistic was because of man. But now most of them don't have a man, so they go ballistic. Think of it this way about a femon brain. If a femon starts flirting with a man, and then she finally asks him out, and he says no, in her mind, she won't think the man just doesn't like her, or doesn't fancy her in any way. In other words, it won't be her fault at all, it'll be the man's fault. He just doesn't like femons. And I'm glad to see that a lot of men out there now are just tired and fed up with entitled femons. In my lifetime, I have seen every femon generation get worse and worse. And forget what they really look like now. They're just not very nice people. Man will survive and prevail because he has logic, but I'm not too sure about the femons, and I don't really care. Explore your dreams, guys, and stay away from the crazy femons. Hey, it's Miller time.